just to let everybody know, I'm pretty excited. We reached our 10,000 subscriber today. So that's great. So today we're going to do something special, something I wanted to do. You know, in the past we've mended small things like microwaves and other appliances, but right here is one of my favorite films. I watched this film nonstop. It's called While You Were Sleeping, starring Sandra Bullock and Bill Pullman. It's a great film, and now it's got some wear and tear on it. So we're going to do some maintenance. I'm just going to give you a little brief summary of the film. I'll read you the back. Everyone's falling in love with While You Were Sleeping. I'm assuming they're talking about the critics and the fans, me being one of them. This was the year's #1 romantic comedy. Sexy Sandra Bullock, you might know from Speed or Demolition Man, plays Lucy, a happy-go-lucky subway employee who's madly in love with a handsome stranger. See, that dynamic, we'll get to that later when we fix the tape, because we're going to be doing some adjustments to the film. The handsome stranger, played by Peter Gallagher, she's only seen from afar, and the movie really plays on that dynamic. It is, and she saves his life because he gets mugged and falls into the train tracks. So I will take a break from reading the back. He falls into the train tracks and he saves his life. Well, he slips into a coma, and her family believes that they're getting engaged because she took care of him. So, which they're not. She doesn't even know him. He's just a handsome stranger, and as the movie progresses, she starts to fall in love with his brother, and played by Bill Pullman, which you might know from Twister, or Casper the Friendly Ghost VHS movie, which I also highly recommend along with this one. They start to fall in love together while her brother's in a coma. And it's a great movie and I love it. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but like I said, it's getting some wear and tear. So I'm going to show you how to properly maintain a VHS movie. You see that the black stuff right there, that's your tape, that's your movie. That's your 4 out of 5 movie that you're going to turn into a 5. Cleaner, it's a gun cleaner. I use it to clean my AR-15, my .22, my Magnum. Mascara. We're going to make this tape work again. You grab your screwdriver. North America's standard VHS tapes have 5 screws. European VHSs tend to have about 10 screws, so if you get any European VHSs that you want to fix up and make better, just be aware that there's twice the amount of screws on them. There's a little tape on there. See the tape preventing me to open it. So that's when you get the razor blade that I told you, razor blade, standard issue razor blade, nothing special. You just, take it and you cut it, and you just pop it open. So yeah, here's your, this part right here. This is where the movie, the movie goes to. I'll show you up there as well. Right here, if you can see, I'll show you on both cameras. You can see that's where it ends. Here's your main spindle. Now when this is wound up all the way, and again, I'll show you here. It's wound up to about here. This is where maybe it starts. It's a little tangled, I know, but because film is very long. It's a series of pictures. It doesn't move if you push it this way. It's just scene after scene, and I just cut, from about there. So you want to take as much out as possible. Yeah, this is the part where he wakes up from his coma and finds out. I'll move closer. It's like right around here where he finds out about. Let me see if I can. I don't know if you can see it. But this is where he finds out about Bill Pullman and Sandra Bullock. And I'll just keep pulling because it's a long scene. I really should have probably, oh, that looks terrible. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. And you know, you have your soap water. There's nothing that works better than my gun cleaner, because not only do I have, and I'll show you up there too, I just dump it on there, and you know, it doesn't hurt the tape. It smells good, and you continue to smell it, and it makes the process a little easier. So you take that, you just want to kind of ball it up into a nice tight ball. You take your soapy water that I have here, and you just want to dip it in there. You know, people say gun cleaner is not the best because it's very corrosive in its cleaning elements. You want to be on the safe side and cover it in a lot of soap water. This is LA Colors eyeliner. I don't know if you can see that on the lens. When I get it out of there, you just want to squeeze it as hard as you can. Your duct tape is standard duct tape. Put it together, and it doesn't matter how well you tie it. It'll still play in most standard VHS players. So there you have it. It's a great film. It's put back together while you were sleeping. This is Melvin's 5-star review of this movie, and went from a 4 to 5 only by cuts. And you know, usually what I like to do before I set my movie back together is I like to bring the crap. But we're just gonna go ahead and light it, and it might burn your fingers a little bit. It's not that bad. It's a little hot. It goes up really fast. It smells great. I don't know if you can see it on the camera right there. Maybe if I put the light on it over here. Sometimes you have other scraps of film, just like this scene's not that good, and you just throw it in there. And then there's other parts that you might want to get rid of. Like the whole part with the father. It's really not that good, so you can just throw that in there. And you don't want to remember these things, so you cover it and smother it. Like Hollywood should have smothered it and prevented this film from getting a 5-star rating. So that concludes our video. Like I said, this is one of my favorite movies while you were sleeping. We did some adjustments to the actual video parts I didn't like. I didn't really enjoy the whole part of Bill Pullman's brother. He seemed somewhat appealing to me, and the whole coma thing, I just really wanted to see Bill Pullman and Sandra Bullock get together, and I think that's what most people wanted. I think that's what when they saw the posters of this movie, that's what they anticipated on seeing. So, maybe this is a maintenance cut, let's call it. And if you do these to your favorite movies, things that you might not like, cut The Lion King short, by an hour and a half and never have Mufasa die, because, everyone knows that's heartbreaking. Or in My Girl 2, maybe keep out the part where Macaulay Culkin dies, because that breaks a lot of hearts. And if I maybe my next sliceable movie will be that, because I'm not a big fan of that. So, like I said, 10,000 subscribers. I couldn't be happier. And, I'd say pick up this movie. And if you get a copy of it and there's any maintenance that needs to be done to it, follow my steps, rewatch my video, and thanks for watching. And this is Mending with Melvin. Thanks, guys.